everybody, it is me, Curtis, from Whatcha Cookin Glenda, and you're watching another episode of Whatcha Cookin Glenda. This is a quick announcement. See, listen, this is a family channel, and because this is a family channel, I want you to understand that we are merging. Yes, we are merging with Chef Lawanda's studio. Yes, I said it, Chef Lawanda's studio. As you already know, Chef Lawanda is my grandmother and Whatcha Cookin Glenda's mom, and we are merging the channels together. So make sure that you stay tuned because there will be some videos from her and some videos from us. Amen. Amen.
Hey YouTube fans and family, this is Chef Lawanda Studio. I'm needing to make some dressing for an event in a couple of days, so I need cornbread. Well, I make my cornbread from scratch. As you guys know, I'm a scratch cooker. So I just thought I'd go ahead and just add to my menus cornbread from scratch. I have here white cornmeal. You can use yellow if you like. Yellow's fine. I prefer white. So I'm going to use, this is 2 3/4 cup of white cornmeal. I've got 1 3/4 cup of flour, white flour. I've got a 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now here is the reason why I brought the measuring spoons out here, because guess what, guys? I don't really measure that much when I'm cooking my cornbread. So when I fix cornbread like this, I just put the baking powder in my hand, and it looks like to me like that's enough for this. So what I'm going to do is measure it for you guys. That's 1 tablespoon. Okay, let's call that 2 tablespoons of baking powder. I'm going to call it 2 even tablespoons of baking powder. And once again, when it comes to the salt, I do the same thing. On the salt, it seems like to me that this may be enough salt for this recipe. It seems like that's enough for me, so I'm going to measure it for you guys, and that's going to bring me to be exactly 1 teaspoon of salt. All right, we're going to blend this up together. Make sure we get it all blended together here real well. Now I'm gonna put this to the side and I'll show you. Here I've melted 2 sticks of butter and a little bit of this, I think it's butter. You think it's butter. Okay, when I open this thing, when I got out of this was a lot of water, if you can see that. I mean, I didn't put any water, it's just water started coming out of it. Okay, so this is almost full. So I put half of this with my butter, and I've made clarified butter. Here, as you can see, clarified butter. You can see that this down here, it's got the salt and it's separated from the regular butter. Also, I'm using canned evaporated milk. This is 2 cups. This 1 can is equivalent to 2 cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the milk. I know I'm going to need water with this. And then I'm going to add, see, this is 1 ladle. Ooh, I don't know how much this would be, of the clarified butter. Okay, I put in three of these small ladles of clarified butter in here. And I got 6 eggs that I'm going to be putting in here. You guys can choose what kind of off-brand margarine or whatever you want, but as soon as I opened this, there was water standing in it, and I'm like, oh wow. But for the most, we have butter. So if you just want to use straight butter, you can. I didn't have a lot of butter here on hand, so this is why. I start to use some of this. Okay, so now I'm just going to stir this up. Whip it up really good. I don't need a lot of cornbread dressing, so I'm going to make just a little bit of cornbread here. But like I said, I do need more water. And you know what? You don't have to use canned milk. That is my preference. But you can use regular whole sweet milk, and that has the most wonderful. It produces the most wonderful flavored cornbread. I'm going to need some extra water to go in here to give it that pouring consistency that I like. Well, that is some good cornbread. Okay, I have 1 cup of water that I'm going to add to give this pouring consistency that I want. I'm going to add it like half at a time. So we're going to call that 3/4 cup of water that go along with the canned milk. Now don't get me wrong, I believe and have always made my cornbread with canned milk. The one thing about cornbread, if your batter is thick, you're going to have some really dense cornbread. But the more fluffier and pourable your cornbread mix is, like this, your cornbread becomes more lighter. Okay, I've got this pan here because it's the biggest pan I have in the house right now. And I'm going to add a little bit of the clarified butter, just one ladle in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the cornbread in here, pour it from the middle. Now, I just like to do this because I used to see my mom and my aunt take some of the oil or butter and pull it to the middle of the pan. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I have the oven set on 350 and I'm going to let this cook for about 25 minutes to a half an hour. And then I'll come back and let you see what this cornbread looks like. Okay, we got that cornbread ready. I'm going to bring it out and let you guys see it. Look at that. Wow, really good cornbread. I'm cut into it. Okay guys, look at that cornbread there. Nice and fluffy. You got your Chef LaWanda's homemade cornbread. Guess what? You got the recipe. If you like this, click like on the contents. Share it, try it, leave some comments. Love you guys. Later.
Then in my mind, you're next to me laying. Those memories keep playing. Am I high or am I crazy?